What's up guys, this is GK Cooking. Today we're going to be making what is one of my favorite dishes. This is bowtie pasta with a homemade paprika cream sauce, seared salmon, and a little bit of cilantro to go on top. Stay tuned. Here's what we'll be using today. So I'm going to go ahead and prep some of the garnish as well as the shallot and garlic that we're gonna throw in before we get the salmon in there. As always, we have our compost bucket. Who does the compost bucket best? Rachel Ray, of course. I'll probably use 3 or 4 garlic cloves in here. Pop these. We got a rogue tomato. I'm gonna get over here and I'm gonna add a little oil to this pan because this thing is hot, as well as the water right here. I'm just gonna add a little bit of oil to the water as well before it gets boiling. I always like to do that just so that pasta doesn't stick. Check this thing out. Don't worry, Chance. I'm not gonna not wear this bad boy. You guys got denim jackets? Well, guess what? Your boy has a denim apron. Try and keep up. Apron on. All right, so I got all this garlic peeled now. Give it a nice chop. Doesn't have to be too precise. Whenever I cut, I actually like to curl my fingers back like that, and that allows my fingertips to get out of the way. A lot of garlic, remember. Ooh. So right here I have a shallot. Cool thing about shallots is they're like a fancy onion. I like to flavor them a little bit more than an onion, especially for a dish like this. So we're just gonna use one of these. They're usually pretty small, pretty inexpensive at the store as well. Similar, I'm just gonna chop this bad boy in half like that and just give it a nice run through. Some small pieces here. You can see that garlic is already browning up just like we want it. All right, now that this water's boiling, I'm gonna go ahead and throw in our noodles. I just have this multicolored bowtie pasta. You can do just about any kind of pasta that you want to. This is one of my favorites though. I love the look of them. I love just how cool they are. So pasta, actually, the thing about pasta is designed for different types of sauces. I like the ridges on these ones because they actually allow for the cream sauce to catch, and it holds the cream sauce really well. All right, we're gonna get these salmons in the pan right here. I'm gonna start bottom down, get most of the cooking done on the bottom. Also too, what's cool is a lot of people think you can't eat the salmon skin, but you can. You just have to get it nice and crispy to where it has good flavor to it. I'm gonna use a little bit of this garlic salt. Again, I don't like to use too much salt, so we're just gonna use a little bit on here. Lemon pepper, hit it with that, a good amount. A good amount of paprika, that's what's gonna make this sauce really good. And then also, like I use in literally every one of my videos, every dish I make is gonna be this Sicilian blend seasoning. So today we're gonna be cooking with some of this wine right here. This is an orange wine from the Austin Winery called Vermentino. Check this out. It's a local wine, really cool, really good stuff. These tomatoes, these are more for color than they are for flavor. So I'm gonna dump these tomatoes in here. And miss like 3 of them, at least. Get those split just like that. And I'm gonna add probably like a 1/4 cup of this in here. In the meantime, go ahead and get a little bit for ourselves as well. Cheers. Go ahead and throw a little bit of cilantro into this dish. Tell me right there. I mean, that's what I mean, is the color. Look at that. This looks so good. All right, so I'm gonna get these salmon out. We're gonna set these aside so that we can go ahead and make our sauce. Check that out. Get these tomatoes back in there. I'm gonna leave everything else in this pan in order to make this sauce. So the sauce is gonna be really easy, real simple. Turn it on about medium heat. And we're gonna use heavy whipping cream. So we're gonna go ahead and just pour this into the pan. I'm gonna use all of it. I got a pint is how much I have. So we're gonna use this whole pint right here. So this sauce is gonna be a culmination of cream, the salt, the soupiness that's already in there, paprika, and then Parmesan cheese. I'm probably gonna throw in here about 2 tablespoons of paprika or so. Eyeball it. A good tablespoon of this Sicilian seasoning. If you don't have this Sicilian seasoning, you can also use just any kind of Italian seasoning that you have. I think we have about 10 ounces of Parmesan here. Gonna make it really creamy. And then while we're over here, we're gonna go ahead and just do a little bit more of this as well. You wanna make sure that you hit this while it's cooking because it'll cook out the alcohol and then the kids can have it. Pasta, nice and al dente, just about done. It'll finish cooking in its own sauce. All right, we got 1 lemon. We're just gonna chop this guy in half real quick, just like that. As you can see, this cheese is getting real melty in there. That's exactly what we want. It's gonna create that creaminess. I'm gonna go ahead and do half a lemon in here. So essentially, I just wanna bring this, not necessarily to a boil, but I want it to get really hot. So as soon as you start seeing some bubbles in there, you can turn it down to a simmer. Keep stirring that up. We're gonna get a hefty amount of this bow tie pasta here on the plate. I'm always trying to, make people happy with food, but personally, I'm never happy if I leave a restaurant hungry. So I like to have more food than I probably need. You can always save it for later though. I'm gonna hit it with some of this sauce here. You wanna make sure you get a good amount of those tomatoes in there too. Look at that. Y'all are in for a treat with this one. Last but not least, we're gonna get this nice piece of salmon on here, right on top, just like that. And then the 2 final brush strokes. You ready? Gonna hit it with some cilantro for that garnish. We're all good to go. Got ourselves this nice salmon dish right here. Again, if you guys like what you saw today, be sure to check out my Instagram account. That's gonna be listed below for just like shorter clips. Also too, be sure to drop a comment in the comment section of anything that you guys wanna see next time. See me cook up, but let me know what you guys think. And that's a chop.